What's up, coaches? Welcome to the first video in our channel. I say our because myself, Coach Ellingsworth, and Coach Ennis will be running this channel, hence the name Coach E. Just a short background. I was Coach Ennis's offensive coordinator for another town here in Delaware, and we're neighbors, so we're always talking football at each other's houses. So we figured, hey, in the midst of this pandemic, let's go ahead and share our conversation, see if we can learn some things from some other coaches. So if you guys have a different scheme or way to run things, please drop a comment below and let us know. I was just hired as a head coach here in Delaware in the midst of all this, and Coach Ennis is now a defensive coordinator for a powerhouse school here in Delaware. So what this channel is about, if you are looking for a channel that's about being simple and playing fast, this is the channel for you. If you've ever attended a clinic, an online webinar, watched a YouTube video that you think is great, but at the same time, you only have 40 to 50 players on your team, and there's no way you can teach it because you're not a two-platoon team. You have to split time at practice, whatever it may be. This channel is for you. So I have a simple RPO that can be installed quickly and effectively. Let's dive in. So this RPO, we see a lot of single high defenses here in our state. So I'm going to have this drawn up to a single high even front defense. If you're interested and you want to see it drawn up to an odd front defense, just go ahead and comment below and we can certainly expand on it. So if you're a little confused about the structure of an RPO and how it's built, we always want to put dual defenders in a bind. And what I mean by a dual defender is a defender that's responsible for run and pass. All right. So I always tell my quarterbacks, we're going to read the farthest outside backer inside the box. So in this case, it's going to be this backside inside backer. All right. Out here on the perimeter to our pass option side, I keep it simple, right? I tell our number one receiver, you're going to block the number one defender from the sideline in. And I tell our slot, you're going to block the number two defender from the sideline in. Okay? Now, the pass that is the part of this run pass option is the swing. Now, some coaches prefer an arrow route or a shoot route, whatever your terminology is. I'm going to use a swing, but whatever floats your boat. On the play side here, now I'm not going to get into it on this video. We're going to use gift throws. So you could use a hitch and a fade out here for a choice route. You could use double hitches. You could use fade out. You could do lots of different things. We're going to, just for this video, we'll go fade out. Okay? Now, one of the things I love about RPOs is you can pretty much tag them with any run scheme that you want. So in 10 personnel here, I'm going to show you inside zone, trap, and pin and pull. Now, if you want to be simple, just exclusively say, hey, on all of our RPOs, we're going to be inside zone. On all of our RPOs, we're going to be pin and pull. That's how I would keep it simple. But I'm just going to show you, I'm going to diversify a little bit and show you the variety of ways that you can tag a run scheme with an RPO. All right, so let's look at inside zone first. And again, if you want me to expand on some of these rules, comment below, and we can certainly clarify and expand on some of these rules for inside zone, trap, pin and pull. And we'll go over 20 personnel next, and we'll run power out of 20 personnel. So we'll get an out block if we're running inside zone on the 5, backside 5. We'll get a double on the shade, and we'll take that shade to the play side backer. Running inside zone to a 3 technique can kind of be a little hairy sometimes as far as combo blocks are concerned. We'll get an out block on this 3 tech, and we'll get an out block on this 5 tech. All right. The run action that we're using is quarterback draw. Okay. So that's inside zone. Let's say you're coming from wing T roots and you want to run guard trap. Well, you can do that as well, right? We're going to get an out block on the 5. We're going to get a gap block on the shade. We're going to trap the 3-tech. If I'm running trap, I'm going to influence pull to the 5 and then release to the backer. My favorite scheme is the pin and pull. Got the pin and pull from Coach Mack. If you don't subscribe to Coach Mackey, you should. He's awesome. So pin and pull rules. Let me fix my out there. Pin and pull rules. On the backside, you have to decide if you're covered. The first uncovered lineman is going to pull. How you decide if you're covered is if you have a defender on or to your outside. So we have a defender to our outside, so we're covered. We're going to block that defender. We don't have a defender on here or to our outside for this backside guard, so our backside guard's actually going to be our pull. The center, we're going to consider a play side lineman. Okay, so our play side rules are going to be gap on outside. So we got a gap block here. We've got an out block here and an out block here. All right. I just went over 3 blocking schemes that you could use. Okay. Again, if you want to be simple, my suggestion is take the pin and pull and just say, hey, look, we're going to run pin and pull on all our RPOs throughout the season. That's the scheme we're going to go with. We diversify a little bit. I do like the RPO, but that's definitely a way to keep it simple. Excuse me, I like the pin and pull, getting tongue-tied here. So here's how this will operate. Okay. Post lady just dropped the mail off, sorry. So operating procedure here is going to be, this is what you're going to tell your quarterback, right? Simple. If this backer chases the swing, you're going to run the football. You're going to take off and run the football. If this backer sits or fits on the run, you're going to turn quick and throw the swing route. Now, what I like about this is, and I'm big on this, especially being a math teacher, is that we get numbers either way, right? If he sits and fits, you get 2 on 2. If he chases, you get 5 on 5. And as an offensive play caller, you can't really ask for anything better than that, because then it just comes down to the Jimmies and the Joes. Let's take a look at 20 personnel here. Now, I will say this. If you're going to run 20 personnel, I'm not a big 20 personnel guy, but if you're going to run 20 personnel and you're going to use an H-back or a sniffer, I would run power. So that's what we're going to run. So let's go ahead. Let's start with our perimeter receivers here. Same thing. Our number 1 is going to block their number 1. Our number 2 is going to block their number 2. On the play side on the perimeter, again, you have a gift throw. And I'm not going to go into gift throws on this video, but that's what we would do. So you could either run a slant as a gift throw. You could run a hitch or a fade, depending on leverage of the corner. We'll get into that in another video. But it will be the same. I need to move our back here. But it will be the same rules here and operating procedure as it was out of 10 personnel. And that's what's going to allow you to stay simple. All right. So we're going to have a swing by our A. And we're going to read the farthest outside backer inside the box, which would now be the Sam. Okay. And we'll block power on the inside. All right. So we'll get an outside or out block on the 5 technique. We will get a gap block on the center. On the shade, we'll get a double, which is what you want in power on the 3 tech, and take that double to the backside mic. We'll get a kick by our backside guard on the 5 tech, and we'll take our H back and wrap on that will, and there you have power. And again, the run action is draw. Okay. So same deal here, right? This is what keeps it simple. Yeah, you change the personnel, you change the blocking scheme up front, but how the RPO is operated has not changed. And that's how you can actually diversify, but at the same time, be simple. So the Sam chases the swing, your quarterback runs the power. If the Sam sits and fits, you turn and throw the swing. All right, guys. If you like the content, please help us out. Comment or hit the like button below. Subscribe to our channel. Help us get going. And again, remember, be simple, play fast.